Well, hello there. It's Beards and Bangers, and today you join me inside Husley. I'm on my way up to Alcester near Stratford upon Avon. Yeah, it just reminds me of a couple of jobs need to be done to Husley, which I'll tell you about in just a sec.
Welcome to Beards and Bangers.
Yeah, so you'll see an episode from me fairly soon on changing the gas struts on this bonnet, because it keeps trying to kill me and anyone who wants to look under the engine bay. But also I need Austin to do something to the engine in terms of the timing, and I think the thermostat needs replacing as well, because I've got a feeling it's intermittently stuck open, because my temperature gauge, I'm not overheating, but my temperature gauge keeps dropping quite low. I've also got very little heat coming out of the climate control. Now, the heaters on these ZTs isn't great anyway, but the matrix has got to be blocked, because I'm not cold in here. There's some heat coming out, but it's really lukewarm. I've got the temperature set at 26 degrees. And yeah, quite pertinent, because today I'm currently driving along. I'm between Warwick and Stratford, I guess, on the A46, and it's -2 outside. So yeah, having a decent heater when it's like this is essential. But why am I on a little road trip? Well, I'm going to the Open Road Club, which is a group of like-minded souls who meet and raise money for charity in all sorts of cars. But I'm hoping there's going to be lots of ZTs there this morning, so probably think we're absolutely nuts doing it. It's, what is it, the 2nd of December 2023. It's bitterly cold outside. You can probably, I don't know how well you can see, but there's freezing fog. So it's a pretty grim old morning and very, very cold. I'm well wrapped up, got lots of layers on. So I did lie in my last video. I said that, last car show video, I said that it'd be probably the last one of the year, but this is more a meet than a car show, so I only semi-lied. So we're going to get up the road and I'll tell you a bit more about what the Open Road Club is, and we'll hopefully look at some nice cars, including lots of MG ZTs. Alcester, I think you say Alcester, I'm not sure. Yeah, so what is the Open Road Club? So it's a group, as I said, it's a group of like-minded individuals. They meet once a month, and it's to raise money for charity. So don't have to pay to come here, but I've donated some money to charities this time, both very worthy. So there's MacMilland, who obviously support many people, you know, when they're going through the battle with cancer, and you know, often their last days as well, with sort of palliative care they have in their centres. And also CALM, the campaign against living miserably, so something to do with mental health, again very important. So, but we've got an absolute lineup of cars, so we'll have a little wander around each one, because there's not very many here, so it's a nice little show. We've got a very nice Mini to start off with. Now I think this is the one that's on the Facebook group of the club. There we are, the Open Road Club. So that's where we are today. And I know a few other guys who are here. So Dan, Darren, Matt, Gonzalo, other Rob's here. We'll show Rob's car in a minute. So yeah, John Cooper Works Mini. Yeah, quite stunning with that red roof. I'm not entirely sure how old it is, because it's got a private plate on, but yeah. I'm a big old Mini fan, but yeah, I do like some of the newer Minis as well. We saw this car last week. This is Dan Hooper's new to him MG ZS 180. Of course, it's got the typical Danism with the two humongous cuddly toys in the front seats, but we've got some festooned the car's festooned with some Christmas decks, because it is December now, would you believe. And we've got another Open Road Club emblazoned car, this BMW, I want to say it's a 2 Series, but I'm not too, no, it's a 4 Series, so it's a 440 with a folding roof, and that's gonna, I would imagine, sound very tasty. We'll have a wander around here. We've got a Skoda Octavia, and then we've got a BMW 3 Series, my secret love, BMWs. Now, is this an E an electric. It's certainly got M detailing. It's an M340i, so it's not an M3, but it's got the yeah, it's got all the bits and bobs. So it's well, maybe hear this start up later on. It's going to sound pretty nice. R51 Mini over here, is it? Or is it 53? Yeah, so it looks like a Cooper S. Now these drive absolutely beautifully. I nearly bought one brand new. God, nearly coming up for 20 years ago, but I didn't. I found the back a bit too small, and I was covering a lot of miles, so I needed as much space as I could. Seat Ibiza FR. Now these are I had a diesel one of these, diesel FR. That was a great fun car to drive. Got a Jag XJ. Now is it a I have to look at the back of it because I get a bit confused with the Jags in the early 2000s. So it's an XJ8. So these, yeah, this has got the AJ V8 engine. So it was the sort of first of the XJs without the straight six. And I think they started these in about 97 and went through till 2007. I want to say, it might be wrong, but so don't shoot me. Yeah, lovely looking car. Yeah, I would like to possibly drive, or definitely drive, and possibly own one of these at some point. So yeah, I do like a V8, as you may know. Fiesta. This is the last year the Fiesta's been made. These are going to be classics. This is an ST, so they're pretty good, pretty fun things to drive. We've got a Vauxhall VXR. Never driven one. Fairly similar, I think, in some ways to Lotus. They've got there's some connection with Lotus, which escapes me right now. But we'll try and get hold of one of these at some point as well to drive, because they are interesting little cars. And then we've got a car with Hoonigan written on, not hooligan, Hoonigan written on the front. It's a Scooby. Ken Block sticker on the back. Open Road Club member. So yeah, so it's an Impreza. It's the hatchback Impreza. And again, I bet this sounds fairly naughty, because they normally do. And even if they don't, people tend to make them sound naughty. This is a big Mini, one of the Minis that isn't a Mini, with flashing yellow lights. So I don't know if they're part of the club or what. And then we've got a Golf R Estate. So it's the Golf with the chuffing great big boot. Yeah, just off-white, very pale grey. Can't really tell what colour that is, but we shall not worry about that. We've got an Aston Martin something, and again I get very confused with Aston. They're far too modern and expensive. They're not rusty Rovers, but yeah, so a really nice Aston. Just look at the lines on that. Absolute beautiful thing. And have a look through the window. Everyone's cars, you'll notice, are slightly mucky at the front because there's lots of salt on the roads now. It's a miracle that, I don't know, 30-40 people have turned up this morning because it's perishingly cold. And but these souls are hardy. We've then got a Mustang 5-litre V8. That blue is, it's a really grim morning, but the colour of this car is just standing out, shining. It's making everyone, well, it should make everyone happy because it's a beautiful colour. But yeah, these sound amazing. Yeah, they're all, you can get the right-hand drive Mustangs now as well, which again, a car that I might be tempted to own in the future, just cause. And then we've got this four-door Mini. So the Minis that we've seen so far today are getting bigger and bigger as we go. So yeah, this is what would Alec Izagonis think of this? There's a question. Would he approve, or will he be spinning in his grave? I think they're okay. I prefer the older Minis, but yeah, it's quite a sleek beast, really, isn't it? It's certainly, it's different because we are in this age, as I've said many times, of sort of nondescript cars that all look the same in all these nondescript colours, and then you've got the Mini that's, still looks different, even though it's a far cry from the classic Mini of the late 50s through to 2000. But yeah, this, why not? It's practical, it's got 4 doors, it's bigger, and it just looks different compared to other cars. Do like a DS3. My neighbour's got one of these. I don't know if she'll let me drive it, but yeah, these are, so DS is still a Citroen, but it's like they're kind of not premium, but they're trying to sort of hark back to the glory days of the Citroen DS as we know it as a classic car. We've then got this BMW X3M, which is quite an aggressive, mean looking thing. Wheels are absolutely incredible. It's in this a modern grey, which I'm sort of struggling to get my head around really, because I'm not quite sure what this colour tells me, but I love the car. So forget the colour, just what an absolutely great car, and very, very aggressive. The nostrils on BMWs are getting increasingly bigger, but yeah, I think that just makes it look really, look at that face, it's really quite an aggressive face. Another Mini, and then we've got a Range, we've got a Jaguar XKR, so it's the supercharged V8. And again, these look a bit older now compared to the F-types, but I think they're glorious looking things. I must admit, I have got these as a saved search on my eBay. Another Fiesta, so 2 white Fiestas. I've got a slightly different marks. One ST on the left, looking very, very nice, very lovely splitter on the front there, and then it's a more standard Fiesta here. My right hand where I'm holding the camera is getting very cold. Now this car belongs to Becky. Now it's a 1.8 turbo. This will be my car that I focus in on today. She's very kindly given me the keys. First thing when I saw this car this morning, I thought, wow, look, the paint is really popping. And Becky tells me that she got the paint looking like this with a mix. So started off with 3000 grit sandpaper, so very, very, what we think very, very fine, and then lots of machine polishing, buffing, and then finishing off with, I think, 15,000 grit sandpaper. I didn't even know that was a thing. But Starlight Silver MGs and Rovers are, fairly common. It's a fairly common colour, but this one just really, really stands out. We've got to be careful on this road, on this tarmac, 'cause it's quite slippy. I just want to show you the inside. We obviously know what a ZT looks like. There's a couple of little bits that I want to point out. So they've removed the clock and put a boost gauge in, because this is a 1.8 turbo, and the engine, I'll look in the bay in a minute. Oh, seats have been retrimmed, lovely kind of grey. So you've got the half leather, but we've got the sort of grey Alcantara. But then the roof, the headlining, and all the pillar trims has been done in the same fabric, so it looks really good. There's been a lot of work gone into this car. I think it's one of those cars that could easily have been scrapped, but wasn't. We'll just pop the bonnet, and I'll just pause the camera for a sec to open the bonnet. So familiar layout, but yeah, it's got this non-standard intercooler. Just look at that. Look at that for a system. And then we've got a bigger uprated turbo. So I didn't actually ask what this is putting out. But this engine's been extensively rebuilt, completely rebuilt from the bottom up, completely stripped down, uprated everything. So yeah, these are good units, and I think they've done the right thing in completely stripping it back. I know it's got a licensed and balanced flywheel. So yeah, I'd imagine this will hopefully give it a drive at some point. And yeah, see what it's like, because I imagine with all the various improvements that's been done, it's going to be pretty tasty. We'll shut that one up as an Audi A3 S-Line comes in. Diesel, so they're sipping their fuel this morning. Now we've got, one thing we have got is a lineup of ZTs. So we've got the Starlight Silver, we've got 2 Trophy Blues. So the one on the left here, the Trophy Blue on the left, is Matt's 190, which he's going to be doing a lot of work to. So that's his latest project. Matt has had cars, or never driven one of his cars, but we've had cars on the channel before. And then his dad Darren's 160 is here. So this is the 160 V6. It does make me want to get the Xenons, because yeah, all these two have got the Xenons on. So 2 Trophy Blues, and we've got Husley next to that, which I shan't show you round, because you've seen plenty of stuff on Husley. And then we've got Rob of MG, that Rob, MG Car Club Rob, Z Register Rob, does lots for the MG Car Club, Rob. His ZR in a trophy car. They all look frozen and salt covered at the front. So we've then got a Jensen Healey. So yeah, interesting British roadster. Yeah, fairly kind of subtle, but very sporting. Yeah, it's got sort of Triumph, got flavours of Triumph there, but it's yeah, nice looking thing. And then to finish off, we've got an MX-5 in this lovely, I don't know what I call it, orangey, goldy, bronzy colour. It's really quite nice. So the hard tops, that's sensible in this weather. So yeah, that's where we'll end the video for now. We might get some more turning up in a bit, but we might not. We'll see. It's very cold. So there's 3 later arrivals, and what arrivals they are. So we've got 3 more Zs, which is great. First up, we've got this Mark II ZS 180 in ignition blue, and that is clean. Beautifully shiny headlights, lovely colour, ignition blue, very warm. There's lovely gills on the wings, blue Alcantara seats. That's really quite special, that car. That's lovely. And the great saloon, of course, and lovely big spoiler. Got a Mark 1 sorry, trophy blue. I think this is a 180. It's got cloth seats, that one. Wheels look really good. Yeah, it's a 180 as well. So 2 180 saloons in differing shades of MG blue. Then we've got this lovely now I'm going to get this colour wrong, aren't I? This is Nightfire or Firefrost, I think. I don't think it's a monogram, but yeah, ZR. Now I'm not sure if it's a 160 or not, but it's certainly very attractive. Got the smoky rear lights, which look great. Rear wiper delete, body coloured spoiler, of course, on the ZRs. But that's also a very attractive thing. It's nice to see so many nice mix of cars, but so many Zs here this morning. Yeah, we were just chatting to some of the other owners. You don't often see 4 ZTs parked up next to one another. We did plan this yesterday, I have to say. So, there we are. Yeah, so our venue this morning is the Stag pub, which contains the Piston Club, and it's yeah, very nice. The bacon rolls are excellent. The coffee is excellent. Yeah, hopefully they'll have something else here again. Someone's getting excited. Now, I don't normally film in gentlemen's toilets, but I've got to in here because the walls are adorned with an absolute mix of, excuse me, the urinals, absolute mix of Haynes manuals. I've never seen anything like it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Got some beards and bangers type things there. Rover 400, early HHRs, Series 1, Discovery. There's various other, Austin Montego, look at that, Mini, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Rover, look at that, Rover 2000, SD1, 2000, so the 4 and 6 cylinder variants, and then there's a different manual for the V8 here. Look at that, isn't that absolutely different and charming? So I think there'll be cars coming and going all day, because it's not just the open road club here, it's like a very car oriented venue. But we've got a Freelander 2, got what's this, an M2. These are quite tasty, you know, they sound quite they're quite poppy and wheezy. Now this is lovely, Honda S2000. These are a really nice modern classic, I think. Lovely sounding engines, lovely styled cars. Yeah, given the choice between this and a BMW Z3 or 4, I think I would go for the Honda, I have to say. And then we've got now what Toyota is this? I'm not so hot on my Japanese stuff, but Simon Jeffries, if he's watching this, will know what this car is. But yeah, Toyota coupe of some sort, and an Astra. So there we are. That's all from this show, folks. I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Thank you so much for watching. I did say that last week at the MG Car Club meet would be my last show of this year, but this isn't really a show, it's more of a meeting. I'm pretty convinced, saying all that there might be some meet up between Christmas and New Year, so there could be another car meet stroke show video from me in 2023. But thank you for watching. I'll see you again very soon on the next episode of Beards and Bangers. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and all that stuff. Goodbye.